Advanced Residential Applications and Case Studies, Chapter 13, Conclusion, Bookending Test, page 8, picking up at number 26. So the question was, it says, you are appraising a single-family home in an area where there are very few sales, but there are many rentals. The subject property is rented for $1,100 per month, which is market rent. You find two sales that are over 1 year old. One sold for $96,000 and was rented for $1,200 per month. The other sold for $108,000 and was rented for $1,350 per month. What is the indicated value of the subject property? A, $76,000, B, $80,000, C, $88,000, or D, $102,000. So the way I solved this was I used the IRV technique, income over rate value, and because on your comps you know what the value is for each of them, what it sold for, and you know what the income was. So we were looking for the rate. So I solved and got the rate, which was 80 for both of them, and I took the rate, and then for my subject property I multiplied that by the income, which then gave me a value of $88,000. So the answer is C. Number 27. On the URAR appraisal form, which approach or approaches is/are required? A, cost approach. B, sales comparison and cost approaches. C, sales comparison, cost and income approaches. Or D, sales comparison approach. I want to go D, sales comparison approach. I'm pretty sure the other two are not required. Number 28. An advantage of using older sales located nearby and making market conditions adjustment is A, clients never question adjustments for market conditions. B, a market conditions adjustment is one of the easiest to support. C, market conditions adjustments do not need to be supported or justified. Or D, lender/clients prefer old sales to recent sales. I'm going to go B, market conditions adjustment is one of the easiest adjustments to support. Number 29, when the subject is located in an area that has unique or unusual attributes, and it is not possible to find sales from another market area, the only option may be A, going further away, B, going back farther in time, C, using an extraordinary assumption, or D, affiliating with another appraiser. I'm going to go B, go back farther in time. Number 30. Before agreeing to perform an assignment, an appraiser is required to disclose to the client any prior services that the appraiser provided regarding the subject property. A, within the past 1 year. B, within the past 3 years. C, within the past 5 years. Or D, throughout the appraiser's entire career. I'm going to go B, within the past 3 years. Number 31. What two dates must be in every written real property appraisal report as required by Standards Rule 2-2? A, date of report preparation and date of assignment agreement. B, effective date and date of report. C, effective date and date of inspection. Or D, date of inspection and date of report. I'm going to go B, effective date and date of report. Number 32, which of these is not a factor that creates value? A, superfluous. B, transferability. C, demand. Or D, utility. I'm going to go A, superfluous. Number 33, Martha is asked to complete an appraisal with an exterior-only inspection of the subject property. What does she need to recognize? A, the fee for such an assignment is less because it is easier. B, she is permitted to make up information about the property if it is not readily available. C, she has a greater responsibility to obtain information about the subject from other sources. Or D, she is violating USPAP by accepting such an assignment. I'm going to go C. She has a greater responsibility to obtain information about the subject from other sources. Number 34, appraiser Aaron accepts an appraisal assignment from a mysterious client who instructs her not to disclose his identity. What must Aaron do under USPAP regarding this unusual request? A, omit the client's identity from the report, but document the client's identity in the work file. B, disclose the client's identity in the report despite the client's wishes. C, omit the client's identity from both the report and the work file. Or D, withdraw from the assignment. I'm going to go A. Omit the client's identity from the report, but document the client's identity in the work file. Number 35, a simple trend line that shows price change over a period of time is A, curvilinear regression, B, multiple regression, C, linear regression, or D, spatial regression. I'm going to go C, linear regression. Number 36, why is highest and best use analysis often simpler in the appraisal of residential property as opposed to commercial property? A, residential highest and best use only requires 2 tests or criteria. B, the potential uses are often limited by zoning and deed restrictions. C, residential properties cost less than commercial properties and therefore are less complex. Or D, residential appraisal reports only require an appraiser to check a box. A full highest and best use analysis is not necessary. I'm going to go D. Residential appraisal reports only require an appraiser to check a box. A full and highest and best use analysis is not necessary. That might not be right. Hold on. Or you know what? I'm going to go B. The potential uses are often limited by zoning and deed restrictions. Number 37, the 5 basic rules of USPAP, which cover all appraisal and appraisal review assignments, include all the following except A, jurisdictional exception rule, B, competency rule, C, confidentiality rule, or C or D, scope of work rule. this one for 100%. I'm gonna go competency rule, or is it confidentiality? Because I think I've done this question before, and I believe one of these was a subset of one of the rules, and I think actually I'm gonna go confidentiality. I think that one was a subset of one of the main 5 rules. Number 38, Fannie Mae will purchase a loan on a property with an illegal dwelling unit only if A, the appraiser must analyze 2 comparable properties that have the same illegal use. B, the appraisal report may not state that the use is illegal. C, the borrower uses the rental income from the illegal unit to qualify for the mortgage. Or D, all of these. I'm going to go A. The appraiser must analyze 2 comparable properties that have the same illegal use. Number 39, market conditions which might make a property complex include A, values increasing at an exceptional rate. B, values decreasing at an exceptional rate. C, no sales due to a depressed local economy. Or D, any of these. I'm not sure. I'm going to go C, no sales due to a depressed local economy. Lastly, number 40, certain requirements of Standard 1, such as requirements to analyze market area trends and develop a highest and best use opinion, are only required when the appraiser is forming an opinion of A, value of a complex property, B, market value, C, retrospective value, or D, value in use. I'm going to go market value. Assessment completed, finish. You passed, you got a 92.5%, great job. So let's go through the review. Number 1, you got right. You are appraising a property that has a substantial structural deficiencies. Your lender client has requested a cost to cure for the deficiencies. Who is qualified to provide such an estimate? You said a contractor. That's correct. Number 2, the appraiser's scope of work is acceptable when it meets or exceeds what his/her peers' actions would be in performing. You said the same or similar assignment. That's correct. Number 3, what is another name for the Fannie Mae URAR form? You said the 1004 form. That is correct. Number 4, in the appraisal of a 4-unit property, which is 100% leased at market rent, with the leases transferring to the buyer, what effect would these leases likely have on the market value? You said no effect. That was correct. Number 5, an appraisal on a complex single-family property having a transactional value of $2 million would require the services of, you said, a certified residential or a certified general appraiser. That was correct. Number 6, life tenant A has a life expectancy of 4 years. Life tenant B has a life expectancy of 7 years. Which one of these would require the use of the lower discount rate when valuing a life estate? You said A, life tenant A. That was correct. Number 7, the subject property has an effective age of 25 and a total economic life of 60 years. The cost new of the subject property improvements is $675,000. What is the dollar amount of the total depreciation that would be applied in the cost approach? You said $303,750. That's incorrect. The correct answer was D, $281,250. Here's the formula. You get the 25, you divide it by 60, that equals 0.4167, or you move the decimal over 2 to the right, and it becomes 41.7%. Then you go 675,000 times 41.7% equals $281,250. Chapter 12, adjustments continue. Number 8, despite the fact that the terms real estate and real property are often used interchangeably, a better term for the valuation professional is, you said, real property appraiser. That's correct. Number 9, the highest and best use analysis. What is meant by the term maximally productive use? You said the use that produces the greatest residual land value. That is correct. Number 10, what is an appraiser's best source for information about conventional residential mortgage underwriting guidelines? You said Fannie Mae. That's correct. Number 11, when appraising a complex single-family home, an appraiser may find that there are no comparable sales. In this situation, you said the appraiser may appraise the property using one or both of the other approaches. That's correct. Number 12, when an exterior-only inspection is made, acceptable alternative sources for physical characteristics and condition of a property may include, you said, any of these in regards to MLS data, prior appraisal reports prepared by others, and county assessment records. That's correct. Number 13, Rick is appraising a single-family dwelling in a depressed market where there are no sales. However, there are numerous properties rented. How might he value the property if there are no sales? You said by the income approach and / or the cost approach. That's correct. Number 14, a 1-acre property improved with an old home was purchased for $310,000. The purchaser immediately raises the home at a cost of $35,000 and salvages $10,000 worth of materials from the home, including bricks, copper, and aluminum. The purchaser then constructs a new home at a cost of $880,000. What is the indicated site of this property? You said $285,000. That's incorrect. The correct answer was $335,000. The formula is you take $310,000, you add $35,000, and then you minus $10,000. That equals $335,000. Chapter 9, cost to raise and remove. Number 15, Rex decides to set up a small stand at a crossroads in the desert, selling bottled water. Which of these elements is most likely to be the reason why his business will be successful? You said scarcity, and that was correct. Number 16, which of these is a factor that can make a property complex? You said all of these in regards to property characteristics, form of ownership, and market conditions, and that was correct. Number 17, a non-complex property with 4 residential units and having a transaction value of $750,000 could be appraised by, you said, a certified general, a certified residential, or a licensed residential appraiser, and that was correct. Number 18, a new home sold for $500,000. By analyzing comparable sales, you estimate the land value to be $120,000 and the site improvements to be worth $30,000. The house contains 3,250 square feet of gross living area. What is the indicated cost per square foot of the dwelling? You said $107.69, and that was correct. Number 19, the value of a home depends significantly on, you said, the ownership rights of the property, and that was correct. Number 20, you are appraising a single-family home for a local mortgage lender. When inspecting the property, you discover that the inside of the home has been gutted down to the studs. When should you notify your client about the condition of the property? You said as soon as you discover it, and that was correct. Number 21. A property is zoned R3 and is suitable for construction of up to 3 residential units. A single-family home can be built at a cost of $125,000, which will be worth $200,000 when complete. A duplex can be built at a cost of $250,000, which will be worth $310,000 when complete. A 3-unit can be built at a cost of $325,000 and will be worth $375,000 when complete. What is the maximally productive use? You said single-family home. That was correct. Number 22, a single-family home situated in a commercial area is worth $80,000. The site value is $70,000. If the home were converted to office use at a cost of $15,000, it would be worth $92,000. What is the highest and best use of the property as improved? You said continuation as a single-family home. That was correct. Number 23, a property might be considered complex because of, you said, the property characteristics, and that was correct. Number 24, most residential mortgage lending appraisal assignments are based on a blank effective date. You said a current effective date. That was correct. Number 25, in the appraisal of a complex property, highest and best use analysis will help determine, you said, all of these in regards to what factors will require adjustments, which properties will be used as comparables, and which approaches will be used, and that was correct. Number 26, you are appraising a single-family home in an area where there are very few sales, but there are many rentals. The subject property is rented for $1,100 per month, which is market rent. You find 2 sales that are over 1 year old. One sold for $96,000 and was rented for $1,200 per month. The other sold for $108,000 and was rented for $1,350 per month. What is the indicated value of the subject? You said $88,000. That was correct. Number 27, on the URAR appraisal form, which approach or approaches is/are required? You said sales comparison approach. That was correct. Number 28, an advantage of using older sales located nearby and making market conditions adjustment is, you said, a market conditions adjustment is one of the easiest adjustments to support. That was correct. Number 29, when the subject is located in an area that has unique or unusual attributes, it is not possible to find sales from another market area. The only option may be, you said, going back farther in time. That was correct. Number 30, before agreeing to perform an assignment, an appraiser is required to disclose to the client any prior services that the appraiser provided regarding the subject property. You said within the past 3 years. That was correct. Number 31, what 2 dates will be in every written real property appraisal report as required by Standards Rule 2-2? You said the effective date and the date of the report. That was correct. Number 32, which of these is not a factor that creates value? You said superfluous. That was correct. Number 33, Martha is asked to complete an appraisal with an exterior-only inspection of the subject property. What does she need to recognize? You said she has a greater responsibility to obtain information about the subject from other sources. That is correct. Number 34, appraiser Aaron accepts an appraisal assignment from a mysterious client who instructs her not to disclose his identity. What must Aaron do under USPAP regarding this unusual request? You said omit the client's identity from the report, but document the client's